the rules were, my mom was the disciplinarian. So whatever rules she had laid down, we kids followed it diligently, you know. So there was nothing like me and my sister, my brother, of course not, but me and my sister. So we never had any punishment, or I can't think of anything like, you know, we didn't get this or we were stopped this.
That's okay. That's okay. It's absolutely fine. In case if it comes up, maybe in this journey later on, if it comes up, do feel free to write it down. So you've already left the space.
Okay.
You can, yeah?
Yeah.
And saying 100 times?
Yeah. I said it, I think, more than 100 times.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I said it today also.
And even what do you want that you're not getting?
That I didn't say. I just kept on saying, I love you, Tiny.
No, don't have to say that. But did you figure out that you wanted something, even the smallest of the things, like, you know, you wanted to go out for a birthday party, and there was something that it was late in the night, and you were refused to go to that party, you know, because anything, the smallest of the things. Now, don't tell me that you were given everything, whatever you wanted in your childhood.
I can't recollect, frankly speaking.
No, you have to recollect. You have to consciously enter into it, and because this is going to open the doors to the further chapters. Okay. There's a reason why we are doing this. Okay.
Ma'am, overall I did for 100 times and it really felt nice. But you know, surprising, when I was listening to the meditation last night, and I felt so nice, and I felt as though I'm listening it to the first time. I mean, when you take it in the morning, you're entirely in different zone.
Okay.
It's so amazing. When I heard, like, मेरे को ऐसे लग रहा था, मैंने तो सुबह में ये नहीं सुना था, like, you know, I was just in my own world. Maybe, you know,
that's quite natural.
In morning, you are in just such a zone after so much of explanation, and listening to the meditation was very different. And evenings, nights, when I was listening to it, I was so conscious, listening to every word, and you know, maybe a little bit of like, you know, judging also, or something like that. But in morning, you're very different.
Yeah, please put your video on, Reed.
Just 2 minutes, ma'am.
Okay. And also in the morning, did you speak with your friend? Morning, did you speak with your friend?
Yes. First thing I did that.
Vandana?
Yeah. I spoke immediately. When I went to the fresh room, I immediately spoke out.
Yeah, even I did so.
So any difference are you feeling? Today is the day 3. Since last 2 days, we have been doing. Any difference you felt when you look into your own eyes?
Ma'am, I to immediately start smiling now. Since last evening, I mean, when I say I really, really love you, and I get a smile, a broad smile, you know.
Okay, lovely. Any change in your behavior and your beliefs? No, if it's no, say no. That's fine.
Nothing.
Okay, lovely.
Nothing specific.
What about you, Vandana?
As Reed said, even I automatically start smiling, and I also noticed I automatically hug myself like this, and I behave like a child. I do this. I love you. You know, I don't know. I just start doing it. I swear.
That's okay. That's very beautiful. So you are connected with your inner child. That's really beautiful. The child in you which is longing for love. The inner child is very beautiful concept. We are going to learn about it. There are 2 big chapters devoted to it. So, but it's going to come very soon. I think it's the 6th. So it's very beautiful that you are doing this and you're connected to your inner child. No, it comes in the 2nd week. Yeah, the 2nd week first day and the second day. So the 8th and the 9th chapter is loving your inner child. So it's very, 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 very nice that you are, hugging yourself and behaving like a child. We did touch that part little bit yesterday. So that's nice, really beautiful. Happy morning, Dimple.
Happy morning, ma'am.
5 more minutes before we begin. So we were just talking about yesterday's journaling part, and see, before the journaling, the book says the power is within you. Hence, we are doing this journaling. The power is not in anyone else, but it is within me. Everywhere, the first sentence is the power is within you. I am the power. The power is there in me. I don't have to look at anybody else to identify that for me. I don't have to depend on anyone else to identify that for me. It's there within me. It's a truth. It's just a truth which says the power is within you. So understand what every line, every word is trying to tell us. And then you do the journaling, then you do it with a different feeling. So yes, Dimple, how was your experience today morning? Did you speak to your friend?
It was amazing. And every time when I look in the mirror and talk, I get emotional within few seconds only.
In the sense you start crying, or what happens?
I start crying.
That's really nice.
And
it's very beautiful.
I am getting that feeling. How that person in the mirror deserves so much of love, and it was right there, but why did it take so long, like that that's why I was feeling emotional. Love is also here, the person is also here. What was we waiting for?
Yeah,
I mean, definitely the person in the mirror needed a lot of love, and I'm doing it today actually.
Nice. Lovely. Thank you for your sharing.
I mean, just can't control it. Another level ka emotional thing.
And any changes in your inner, in your beliefs about anybody or in your external environment? Like yesterday, you mentioned that your husband and your daughter was, she came
even yesterday after our session, I got one call, and I don't even have a number. She's one of my old neighbor. She just called me up and she complimented me like anything, and I was just smiling only. Okay. And then again, two people complimented. They're talking so much about me, and I was like, thank you. Suddenly that love is coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
And definitely I knew that magic is happening.
Yeah, and that time
I was not surprised, because I knew that morning ka ritual hai, because of that I was blushing actually. Frankly speaking, I was blushing when I was getting that love from everywhere,
That's so nice. You were blushing. That's so beautiful. So so when something like this happens, you remember the first day when we read that if anything good happens in your life, you can go to the mirror and say, thank you, that's terrific. Thank you for doing this. So please do this. Don't forget to acknowledge.
I went and said, thank you. You are just awesome. It was not just I really love you, but so many things came up naturally.
That's nice.
You're so nice. You're awesome. You're my favorite. All these things came naturally. It was amazing.
Keep on doing this. Keep on going deeper inside. This practice is the most beautiful practice The most beautiful gift that one can give to oneself,
And
that
this
I can
person,
give to myself, each one of you. Yeah.
this
So
person is available 24/7.
24/7. Yes. Even when you are in your sleep, you are more closer to this person.
Yeah.
Because when we sleep, we actually move in our subconscious mind, and beyond that, we are in our astral body. We experience our astral body. Actually, a part of us leaves our physical body and goes out. So that is also another subject altogether. But yes. So Payal, welcome for the first day. Today is our third day, but yours first day. So
Yes,
really
Aunty.
welcome you. And how was after writing? You didn't. Okay, after writing, how was your experience? Yesterday, did you write or didn't write?
No, I've sent you the photo now only.
Okay, so I can't see my cell phone now. So yes, how was your experience?
It was,
Nothing.
it was okay. I was thinking, how shall I start taking charge? From now, while writing, I thought, yes, I have to start taking charge of my life now. While writing, I am taking charge of my life. I used to think, now I have to take charge of my life.
So you have to continue writing today also. Any time of the day, just get 2 minutes. You can write 2 minutes. You can write 11 times. If you get 5 minutes, write more. So 11 was the minimum. You can go up. Yeah. And this mirror work, what we were discussing about, that going in front of the. Do you have a mirror with you? A pocket
Yes,
mirror?
Aunty. Yes, Aunty.
So you just keep it in front of you and just say, tell your name, look into your eyes and say, I love you. I really, really love you. The rest of us can also do that with her. And then we begin our session.
So
Look into
this,
your eyes, open your eyes, look into your eyes and say,
yeah, so
Payal?
this, 1 second. I can see although with the smile, if I'm looking in the mirror, I am finding it something else only.
That's okay, that's okay. Go beyond that. Look into your eyes and say, are you, somebody is there around you or you're alone?
My husband is there sleeping.
He's sleeping, na? Let it be. You just look into your eyes and say, I love you. I love you. You're looking into your own eyes and saying this to yourself, to the little child in you, to the adult in you, to the parent in you. That's nice, Vandana, what you're doing. Okay. Happy morning, Pinky.
Great morning, Vandanaa Ji.
So now we can start. Payal, be with it. Hang on there, wherever you are. And you're going to do this 100 times today. You're going to say this 100 times today. Okay, each time you see your reflection in the mirror or you see your reflection anywhere in the window or wherever you see, whenever you see, just remind yourself to say this not only once but at a time, 10 times minimum. And you'll notice after the 5th or 6th time, you will notice something different. Pinky, you don't have any sharings? No?
Right now, morning when I did now, in the mirror, Pinky, I really, really love you. I was feeling a little confident.
That's nice. How many times did you say?
5 times.
So 10 times. Now make it 10 times.
Yeah.
10 times each time you are in front of the mirror. Then only you'll be able to see say 100 times now. How will it become 100?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Day 3 of our mirror work journey. And today's chapter is monitoring your self-talk. the self-talk, the constant chatter which is going on in the mind. Just now also, there is something, you are talking to yourself, even though we are listening to something. So 10 thoughts, maybe 100 thoughts are coming at the same time. So in a minute, if you observe yourself, even though you are in some work, but you are still not in that moment, you are somewhere else. That is the self-talk which we are going to understand today. And how many of you agree to this, that yes, there is a self-talk which is happening continuously? Yes. Payal, I can't see you. Do you agree with this or not?
Auntie, 1 minute, huh?
Sorry?
1 second, huh, Auntie.
So who's going to read? Who wants to read? Okay, lovely, Payal. Who wants to read today? Dimple, would you like to read?
I can read.
Okay, Payal, you want to read?
Yes, I can.
Dimple, you can read tomorrow. And Payal, try to connect from the train tomorrow also.
Yes, Auntie.
So, yeah, so start reading. Monitoring your self-talk. Okay, 1 minute. Sorry, I'll share the screen. Can you see on the screen, Payal?
Yes, Auntie. Should I start?
Yeah.
Day 3, monitoring your self-talk. Today, you learn more about changing the messages you give yourself.
Little louder.
Today, you learn more about changing the messages you give yourself, clearing out negative thoughts from the past so you can live in the present moment. Now that you are on day 3 of your mirror work, are you feeling a closer bond with your friend, your mirror? Each day that you practice mirror work, you may fall in love with yourself a little bit more. Each day it becomes easier to say your positive affirmations and truly believe them.
We'll pause here. So, the first 4 lines, changing the messages you give yourself. Are you ready to change the messages that we keep on giving ourselves?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes.
And clearing out the negative. When you are ready, then you will be able to clear the negative thoughts from the past. And when we clear that, then you are living in this moment, in the now, in the present moment. Okay. And now Louise Hay says that now you're on day 3 of the mirror work journey, and you are developing that bond between the person in the mirror, your friend, with your friend, and who is it? The mirror. And who's there in the mirror? Who's there in the mirror? That deeper part of you, the one who is completely loving and who is actually love. And see, it says that each day that you practice mirror work, you may fall in love with yourself a little bit more. If that is not happening, if there is a resistance, then we need to look into. And today's chapter is going to, every day, every chapter is helping us to break a wall that I have created between me and myself. S in capital letters. So me is the one whom I identify with this name, with this body, and with all the other 5 bodies, with these organs, everything. And myself, S in capital letters, is the being who is the being who is, you may call it by any name, whatever name you want to call it, and whatever you have your connection with that being. Okay, so it could be anything. I would not like to give it a name. You have to figure out that name for yourself. So let's read further.
The best way to love yourself is to release all the negative messages from your past and live in the present moment. So today, I'd like to work with you on changing what I call you Self-talk. What you say to yourself in your head.
Yes, what you say to yourself in your head. You don't verbalize it, you don't say it in your words, but it's constantly happening. It's constantly going in the mind. Yeah, let's go further.
Too often, we accept the early messages from our parents, our teachers, and other authority figures. You were probably told things like, stop crying like a baby, you never clean your room, and why won't you make your bed? And you did what people told you to do in order to be loved. When you were young, you might have gotten the idea that you were acceptable only if you did certain things. Acceptance and love were conditional. However, it bears remembering that others' approval was based on their ideas of what was worthwhile and had nothing to do with your self worth.
We'll pause here. This is a very, 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 very important para that we just read. So now open your book and write down that what were you told as when you were a kid by your teachers, by your parents, by anybody whom you, any elders in the family, and you took it to your heart. There's few examples which we have in front of us. Stop crying like a baby. You never, even when you grew, when you were in school, when you were in college and you cried and your parents would tell you, are you a small baby? Stop crying. Supposing you are not getting anything, then just connect with the things you told your kids, because that is what you got from your parents and your teachers and other authority figures. Supposing you might say, I don't know, nothing is coming because I don't have the memory and I didn't understand, maybe I didn't understand what they told me and I didn't took it to my heart. So now just you must be remembering what you told to your kids and what you're still telling your kids. Please write down that.
Auntie, what was I told and what I say right now? I have to note down that.
What you were told, and if you want to, if both of them match, then you don't have to write.
No, 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 no. Like what I was told in my childhood days.
You
Like,
write that only. For you,
okay,
that is more important. Just write that.
okay.
So I said, in case if you don't remember what you were told as a child, then try to remember what you tell your own kids. Because there's a very deep connection between the two. Sometimes we don't admit, but we do remember what we tell our kids. And we used to tell, even if the kids have grown, of course you'll remember. And still, if you don't remember, ask your kids what they don't like when you tell them. That is the thing which you were told as a kid. Okay, so 3 steps. If this is not happening, then this. If this is not happening, then this. But if you can remember what you were told when you were a child, that's the best thing to write. And you did what you were told to do in order to be loved. You followed it. You might say that, okay, we didn't, and some of us were like that. We never could resist whatever was told to us and we followed it. Whatever our parents told us, we didn't ask a why. We never asked why I should do this. Like how today's kids are, they want a why for everything. You have to give them logic and reasoning. But now, when we were kids, maybe we just did it without questioning our parents. And remember, okay, after you write, if you've completed, just let me know. See, when we read, it's a different thing. When you write your own thing, it's a very different thing. You actually get into it. And then things start dissolving. Done?
Yeah.
All of you?
Yes.
So now remember that, see what Louise Hay is saying, it bears remembering that others' approval was based on their ideas, whether it was your mom, your dad, your school teacher, your principal, or your grandparents, or your uncle or aunt, whoever it was based on their approval. It was based on their ideas, and was what was worthwhile had nothing to do with your self-worth. You are a unique being. We all are unique beings in this mind-body form. So just think of the soul on the journey, and that soul on the journey, and that soul on the journey, and your soul on the journey. So we all are soul in the journey, and we all have our own identities. And sometimes because of others' inputs, especially from the immediate environment, we form certain opinion about ourselves. That is what we are trying to look into. Something that I was told when I was 2 years young, when I was 5 years, when I was 7, when I was till the age of 7, we form an opinion about ourselves. 0 to 7 is that age from 0 to 7 where you actually create the base, the foundation. So if you form that opinion about yourself, because of which your current experiences and your thought process is, now we are looking into it. Let's read the next para.
These early messages contribute to your self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves inwardly is really important because it becomes the basis of our spoken words. It sets up the mental atmosphere in which we operate and attract our experiences to us. If we belittle ourselves, life is going to mean very little to us. However, if we love and appreciate ourselves, then life can be a wonderful, joyous gift.
We'll pause here. This line, it sets up the mental atmosphere in which we operate and attract our experiences to us. Now, whatever you have written, that becomes the truth for you. Isn't it? Yes, no, everyone? And do you feel that people whom you have attracted in your life, or any experiences, there's some experiences which keeps on happening. Please identify those experiences. Something that there's a pattern in my life that people just talk to me in a rude way, and something that even if though it's not my mistake, I'm just, people just blame. That blame comes on me only, even if somebody else has done, even if my brother did something or my sister did something, but I used to get the scolding. Anyone over here like that? Anybody resonating with this? Now also, if supposing somebody else has done any mistake, and you are just, you are being told that, okay, it happened because of you. Anybody like that over here?
Yeah, at times, yes. Not all the time, but yeah, at times this happens to me.
Yeah. So then you have to look into that self-talk. Why am I attracting this experience? Why am I attracting this experience in my life? Just let the answer come from within. Now, whatever you've written, Vandana, just look into all those. What were you told as a child by your parents? Is everybody with me?
Yes,
Are you
Aunty.
able to identify?
Yes.
Yeah,
You got it?
yeah.
Now very good. You got the connection. Now just wait. Yeah, it will happen. It will dissolve. Once you have developed that, once you have found that thread which is connecting that which was told to you as a child, and right now you're attracting such experiences in your life, you've cracked it. 60% of it, you've already cracked it. 40% will be able to get dissolved during our journey. Okay. So just put a star wherever you found it, just put a star or underline it with a red pen or a marker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Further. Again, this is a very important para that we are just about to read. Payal, if you are muted, please unmute yourself.
Yes, Auntie. One second, Auntie. Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah. If your life is unhappy or you are feeling unfulfilled, it is very easy to blame your parents or the Almighty, them, and say it is all their fault. However, if you don't do that, you will stay stuck in
No,
your
no, sorry.
condition.
However, if you do that, not don't do that, it
However,
changes the
if,
entire meaning.
however, if you do
And
that,
Payal, 1 minute, as you are reading, and to all the readers, when you're reading, just feel every word and read. Yeah.
yes, Auntie. However, if you do that, you will stay stuck in your conditions, your problems, and your frustrations. Words of blame will not bring you freedom.
Yeah. So, how many of us at times, or maybe many times, have actually verbalized to our parents that you did this to me, that's why this is happening? Or maybe you didn't verbalize, but you keep on thinking in your mind that my parents didn't teach me this. My parents didn't tell me this, and this is why I'm going through all this in my life. How many of you think like that? Just put your hands up. Yes. Anybody
Auntie,
else?
Auntie, is it possible? So, like, while thinking like this, I always had a thought, it must be my mistake only because I was not aware for many things.
I didn't understand. Just give an example.
मतलब जैसे if you are saying कि हाँ नहीं मेरे parents की वजह से मैं ऐसी हूँ.
No, I am not saying. This book is saying. Yeah.
I mean, sorry, as what the book is saying, but I feel not because of my parents, they did their best, but I am only such because शायद मेरा ही दिमाग नहीं चल रहा होगा किधर भी. Why I was such? मुझे ऐसा क्यों बनाया?
So you are putting the blame on yourself, right?
हाँ, this I feel like this.
So that's
Yeah,
one.
I feel like that. Sorry, Vandana, to interrupt you, but I also resonate with Payal. If anything unhappy or something happens, I also feel ये मेरी गलती थी, ये मेरे वजह से ये हुआ, और I feel put it to my past karmas, like ये मेरे
हाँ.
कर्म थे जिसके वजह से
But
मैं
tell me
ऐसे
one thing. We put it to our past karmas. Very good. You brought this in, both of you. But does that help you in living your life? Is that helping you?
No.
Then you can just shut the book and not read further.
No.
But is it helping you? Are you living a very contented and peaceful life?
No.
So then you need to look into it. See, this is a belief which is coming from our childhood. Ki jo bhi hai, it is my karma. Period. Finish. Then there's nothing. But in that course, do you feel that you're suppressing your thoughts and your feelings?
Yes.
Then that's what we are trying to look into. Because when you suppress your thoughts and feelings, then it comes, so it happens at the thought level, it goes into the energy body, and then it comes into the physical body in the form of any kind of physical manifestations, which we call disease. This is a travel of a disease. So many diseases are just turned by just identifying this and identifying whatever you have absorbed in your mental body, and it has gone into your organs, into your cells. Your cells are being fed by these negative messages, and it comes into your physical body, which means in any organ. Yeah, it could be in the liver, it could be in the spleen, it could be in the gallbladder, it could be in the kidneys. It could be on just the skin, which is the largest organ. It could be in the ears. It could be in the eyes. anywhere, wherever, again, every part of our body tells, whatever happens in any part of our body, which we call a disease. Disease is nothing but just the body which is not at ease. Okay. So that is just the definition of a disease. So when something is not at ease, it is a disease. So your body is not at ease, or your mind is not at ease, and you feel, I'm stressed, I'm feeling lonely, I feel depressed. So all these things. Okay. So now, so both of you, Vandana and Payal, now something is, are you able to feel some stirring happening?
Yes.
At some, even little bit, even slightest of the stirring is happening, Payal?
Stirring like what?
Like, do you feel now that, no, this, just leaving it onto the karma, that, okay, it's my karma, is it helping you? If it's helping you, go ahead
No.
with this.
No, it is not helping me.
So
It's
then let me
stressing
look,
me.
then let's read further. The last
Okay.
line of this para says, words of blame will not bring you
freedom.
freedom. So, however, if you do that, so if you, so yeah, so let's read further.
And the next page.
1 second. I don't know what happens. Again, it's stuck. Like yesterday. 1 minute, I'll stop share. Maybe if it's kept for a longer time, it's happening. You don't have the book. You have the book with you, no?
Yes, Auntie, I have.
Again, it's not going. Okay, just read from the book. I'll just figure out about this later on.
Yes, 1 second.
Your words have great power.
Yeah. Your words have great power, so start listening closely to what you say. If you hear yourself using negative or limiting words, you can change them. If I hear a negative story, I don't go around repeating it to everyone. I think that it has gone far enough and I let it pass. However, if I hear a positive story, I tell everyone.
So we'll
When
pause here. Now
Okay.
let's identify the negative stories that I keep on repeating. Stories about my health, stories about somebody else's life, stories about my neighbor, stories about my sister, stories about anyone. What is the conversation when we talk to somebody on the phone? Just recollect, what do you talk on the phone? What do you gossip?
is it about, I mean, if I am there, I talk about one particular person with whom I'm mentally disturbed, okay? So is
Yeah.
it possible that of that person thoughts keep coming in me and I start becoming like that somewhere around?
Yes, true. That is true. But here we're talking of something else. When I hear a negative story, you go around repeating that story so many times, especially about our health. I have a headache, and I'll tell everybody when I wake up in the morning, oh, I have a headache. I don't know what to do. Or maybe my knee is paining. This is a negative story that I keep on saying. So many times I say, and then what happens is I attract more and more experiences like that. So now if you can identify that this is the negative story that I am repeating. Any person I talk to, anybody comes to me, I say that only. Yes, no, everyone.
Yes.
Are you recollecting any negative story that, okay, just look what happened your yesterday. Yesterday, day before yesterday, just let's go back 2 days and see how many stories did I repeat. The same story I kept on saying. Yes, no.
Yes,
No.
Auntie.
You're
No.
not able to identify?
No, in the
Yes.
past 2-3 days, I haven't said negative, but earlier, of course, I used to talk negative and go telling it. But honestly speaking, since I joined you, I've consciously made an attempt not to speak negative, so I can't recollect anything in the past few days where I've spoken negative or thought of anything negative.
Oh, then that's very nice. So in case if it comes up, or maybe in future if it happens, unconsciously, even though you're conscious, cognitively you don't want to do, but unconsciously if that happens, then just pause. Now you know what to do. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so let's read further.
When you are out with other people, really listen to what they are saying and how they are saying it. See if you can connect what they say with what they are experiencing in their lives. Many people live their lives in shoulds. Should is a word that my ear is very attuned to. It is as if a bell goes off every time I hear it. I have heard people say it as many as a dozen times in a single paragraph. These same people wonder why their lives are so rigid or why they can't leave a situation. They want to have a lot of control over things they cannot control. They are busy either making someone else wrong or making themselves wrong.
We'll pause here. This is a very, 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 very beautiful and powerful para. Should. So if you just look into yourself, everyone. When we talk to our kids, how many times do we use this word should? You should wake up at this time. You should do this. You should make a plan. You should everywhere. Isn't it? Yes, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Pinky, Reed, Dimple, is it happening?
yes, Auntie.
Yes.
So now we are going to take this word out of our vocabulary. This happened because as a kid, I was always told by my parents, by my teachers, you should do this. You should do this. And now you might ask yourself that then how do I convey? We'll go further and we will get the substitute of the word should. There, when I was writing down, my God, so many words are there which actually changes the feeling of the same sentence that I'm saying to myself or to others, especially when I say to my kids. And when you say should, there are some minds who actually start feeling uncomfortable. I'm actually thinking of somebody just now. When I say to that person, you should do this, then that person's mind will say no. Immediately a no comes. And you will notice yourself. As we read further, let's read further. So are you able to identify any person or you yourself that
Yes.
if somebody is just saying should, then actually what am I doing? I'm trying to take control of that person. And
It feels
nobody wants to be
burdensome.
controlled.
It feels burdensome.
Sorry?
Burdensome लगता है मतलब if someone says me आपको ये करना ही पड़ेगा तो ऐसा लगता है कि यार नहीं होगा पर करना पड़ेगा. Let's see, I am not sure I will do.
And then you suppress yourself if you really can't say anything else. Right?
Right.
So let's
Yes.
read further.
You can practice positive self-talk during your mirror work, making only positive statements about yourself and repeating only positive affirmations. If any of the negative self-talk from your childhood comes up, you can turn it around into a positive statement. For example, you never do anything right could become the affirmation I am capable person and I can handle anything that comes my way. As you listen to yourself and others, you can become more aware of what you say and how and why you say it. This awareness will help you change your self talk into affirmations that will nurture and heal you in a body and mind. What a wonderful way to love yourself. Let's affirm I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment.
We'll pause here. So all what you had written, what we just wrote now, few minutes back, that
Yes.
whatever you were told as a child by your parents, you wrote those messages. Now we are going to change those messages, like how this example is given. You never do anything right. That can be changed. I am a capable person and I can handle anything that comes my way. See how everything changes the moment you hear it. So my invitation to all of you is, whatever you have written, just change that into a positive statement according to what you feel. Yeah? Is there a space? Sorry, I forgot to tell you to leave a space over there. Or maybe if there's no space, then just write down wherever you are. And that becomes a new belief for you now. Wow, you have created your own affirmation. Anybody is not understanding? Anybody, everybody with me?
Yeah. But some of my sentences which I've written, I don't know how to make it into a positive sentence.
Yeah, which one?
Like, for example, I was dark and my sister was very fair. So I was always being told that you're so dark, your sister's so fair. Like, how come, that? So I don't know how to turn this over.
Just try, Vandana. What will you write that will make you feel good about yourself? Obviously, you didn't like when you were told that you were, and right till now also.
It's not easy for me to write on this because this
No,
has
don't
gone
say
too
that.
much
Don't
deep.
say that it's not easy for me to write.
Okay. This has been too deep in my thing because it's been there since childhood,
Yeah.
This
So
has been there throughout.
this is a real beautiful thing that you came up, Vandana, and so many things are going to change in your skin also. Just go into it, enter into it. Try during the day also. If you can't, then just call me, I'll tell you, but just now do try, because your inner belief is going to surface up, and if it comes from within, then the reversal will be very fast.
Okay.
So just
I'll try.
okay, everybody, have you written? Or some of you also are feeling stuck somewhere?
A little bit of stuck.
Okay, so let's do one thing. Now let's say this, look into the mirror and say, I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. Look into your eyes and say this 3 times, 5 times. I release all the negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. Look into the center of your eyeballs and say this. I release all negative messages from the past. I live in the present moment. And once you've done that, then without saying anything, pick up your pen again and start writing. And now write, see if you can crack that sentence which you were not able to rewrite, redefine in your own words. I release all the negative messages from the past and I live in the present moment. Happening now or still not happening?
Happening. Ma'am, we were as a child, as I remember, I was being always told, don't spend so much money, and so I've just written, I'm a money magnet.
So this is what is your sentence, what you've written, that I was told not to spend money.
Yeah, more money.
Huh.
So now I've written, I'm a money magnet.
If that helps you, just see, does it help you, or you would like to write it in a different way? If you write, I attract all the money that I need to spend, if that feels better, I attract all the money in my life, or I'm a money magnet, whatever resonates, whatever you resonate with. Yes, Vandana, you could write it.
Yeah.
Lovely. Payal, Pinky, Dimple.
Yes, ma'am.
All of
write
them,
it.
all of them
Could
have
write
been
it.
changed. All what you've written, you've changed it?
Ma'am, this affirmation, I am enough and complete.
Yeah, against what you wrote?
Yeah.
No, this you wrote against what? What was that belief that you were carrying since your childhood?
I lack something. Matlab, why didn't you do this? Why don't you do that? You're not so strong or whatever. You're not so confident. So like right now I feel I am complete and I'm enough.
No, so against every sentence what you have written, you are going to write a different sentence. Don't combine everything. Don't combine everything. That's a shortcut. So here we are just erasing the old and bringing in the new. And we're trying to go deeper. So it's like, we're just peeling the different layers of the onion right now. The soft part we are still yet to reach. Pinky, you've written everything?
I've written it and I'm writing it more, if like the second, third sentence.
Okay, lovely. So you can just leave some space and you can just do this, revisit this during the day. Yeah, if you still haven't. Okay, so because we need to do the journaling exercise, which is very interesting today. So we'll devote some more time on that also. So now let's read further. Day 3 mirror work exercise. Now comes the mirror work play. The play which we will be doing in front of the mirror. Yes. Payal, start reading.
Yeah. Stand or sit in front of your bathroom mirror. Look into your eyes. Say these affirmations. Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love.
Yeah, please, let's do it. Look in front of the mirror, look into your eyes. Look now, if when you're looking into your eyes, look into the center of your eyeballs. So you'll go deeper and say, whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. Pinky, are you doing the mirror work? Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. Pinky, turn completely. Look into the mirror. Just turn completely. Yes. Whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. We'll say this 10 times. After you've completed, let me know.
Done.
10 times. And now on and off during the day, you're going to say this in front of the mirror. Okay, so this you can write it in the affirmation page. If you want, you can just make a note of it. Whatever, and this is really beautiful. When you say this, whatever I say to myself, I will say it with love. Now there is a deeper, the science behind this is the moment you start saying this to yourself, you start talking to the other people also with love. This is really beautiful. When I can say myself with love, when I can accept myself with love, then I accept others also. And it doesn't end there. Others will also accept me with love. So this whole chain moves on. How many of you felt the resistance? Anybody? Any resistance now? Nothing?
No.
You're loving to say this to yourself? Nice. So say it with a smile.
Actually, since we started this mirror work from the day one, probably the latter half of the day, this comes out like whatever we talk. I mean, for me, whatever I used to talk to myself, and I used to feel like very good and very happy. So this is kind of resonating with me, that whatever I'm saying it with love,
Yes.
It's kind of resonating.
Nice. Because you're practicing it, na?
Yeah.
Day one, you started the practice and you're practicing and you're doing what every chapter is telling you to.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling everyone. Just don't leave it for the next moment. Do it now. Do what the chapter is telling you to do today. I'm telling you, you will find, you will experience things that you haven't experienced till now.
Auntie, is it okay?
Unimaginable.
Is it okay to feel when I look in the mirror, I am finding it little, how when you want to say something to someone else and you're trying to figure out your feelings for them and how should I put it, when you propose somebody that I love you and you have 100 things in your head. So when I'm
Don't think of anybody else right now. The most important person is you. So if all these thoughts are coming, Payal, then still you're not considering you. You're not giving importance to yourself. Just don't analyze. Just do what you were not there in the first 2 chapters. That's why you're feeling this. So read the first two chapters. I have sent, you can hear also, I've sent the videos yesterday.
Yes, Auntie.
So please hear it. Then only you will understand, what, because we've already done those exercises and we've cleared so many things. Still, just now, if you are coming into that space where you are, analyzing whatever is happening just now also. Okay, tell me one thing. When you talk to somebody, can you look into the eyes of that person and talk?
Not all the time.
Many times.
Sorry, Payal?
Many times.
You look directly into the eyes and talk, or your eyes will roll, you will look to the left, look to the right?
No, I look in their eyes and I can talk.
Because just now also when you were saying something, your eyes were rolling up, sides. You might not be aware of it. Now just...
No, that time I'm thinking, what am I trying to say? But when I'm talking, I can talk, looking into the eyes.
Okay, very good. So just look into your eyes. Face yourself first if you want to face others. And express yourself. Yeah. So just do this. I really, really, really love you. Say this, tell your name and say, and then whatever I say to myself, I'll say it with love. Yeah. So let's read further. The 5th point. Payal?
Whatever I say to myself, keep repeating. Whatever I say to myself,
No.
I will say it with love. The 5th one, right?
Yeah.
Is there a statement that you heard as a child that still sticks in your head. Maybe something like you are stupid or you are not good enough or whatever else comes to mind. Take time to work with negative statements and turn them into positive affirmations. I am smart. I am more intelligent than I realize. I am genius with an abundance of creative ideas. I am worth. I am a magnificent person. I am lovable and I am worth loving. Choose one or two of these new positive affirmations and say them over and over again. Keep saying them until you feel comfortable with them. Each time you pass a mirror or see your reflection in a window throughout the day, stop and repeat these loving affirmations.
Yeah. So see, when you're saying an affirmation, bring some energy into it. I'm smart. Just when you're looking in front of the mirror, just say, make certain actions, and just say. When you say I'm smart, you have to feel it. You have to feel it and say it. I'm more intelligent than I realize. So let's say this in front of the mirror, everyone. I'm a genius with an abundance of creative ideas. I'm a magnificent person. I'm so lovable. I'm worth loving. And then I'm a rock star. I'm my favorite. Whatever comes, just say that. Yes, yes. That's nice, Vandana. Just open yourself. Open yourself, Pinky. Just make certain, gestures when you are saying it. Feel it. Because once you start feeling, then your every cell of your body is going to absorb what you're feeling. It otherwise also absorbs. Payal, I can't see your face properly. I want to see you when you're saying. And say it loudly. Open your heart. And maybe when you're saying one or two, you will really connect with. Just write them that this is what I connected with, and I'm going to keep on saying this to myself. Okay, Dimple, I got you. Yes, did you resonate with some of them? If yes, then write it in your affirmation sheet. In that page where you have written the affirmations, just write there and keep on saying this to yourself. And something like this, I'm a rock star. I'm my favorite. Yeah, say this. See, you feel so happy from within when you say this to yourself, when you appreciate yourself to yourself. And every time you pass a mirror or see your reflection in the window, just say this, keep on saying this. But remember, initially you might not be able to feel. If you can start feeling and saying with some gestures and, like a child, how a child would say, just open up your heart and say, then you will notice that, the effect is something else. You will start feeling the difference. Okay. So now again, okay, still if you're saying Pinky. Yeah. So the power is within you. Now it starts the journaling exercise. So open the book. And did you repeat a negative story today? Write down how many times you repeated it and how many people you told it to. So let's go yesterday or maybe today morning. Maybe you didn't say to anyone, but you repeated it in your mind when you woke up in the morning. Did you think of something really great, or you thought of something which was which you didn't like, which was negative? Some conversation which happened in the night, and you woke up with that conversation, which was negative. Write it down. Now, so write down that negative feeling, negative story which you repeated mentally. You didn't speak to somebody, but the thought came. Read, are you connecting with something? Or maybe during the day something happened, or maybe yesterday, at the beginning of the day, something happened, or maybe day before yesterday, or maybe a month back. Once you've written that, then write down something positive you can, and you told to how many people. So just make a note of that also. And then now something positive you can tell to those people so that you can make them feel better about themselves and everyone around you. Something you told to your kids, some negative thing you told your kids when you were making them study, or when you're making them eat food, or something you told your spouse.
Ma'am, can a gossip come in this?
Of course, that's the biggest thing that we keep on doing. And you told something about somebody, we feel that that person doesn't know that we are talking about that person. But the irony is that the energy from you starts flowing towards that person, and it reaches that person before we actually realize. And then that person behaves in an unusual way with us when we meet that person, and we wonder, I didn't do anything to this person, why this person is behaving like this.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So sitting here, you're talking negative about somebody 100 miles away from you, 1,000 miles away from you. The person will definitely experience whatever you have told that person about that person. And whenever you meet that person, or maybe you'll receive a call from that person saying something negative about to you, and you will wonder, what have I done? I've never thought bad about anybody, but why this person is always rude to me? Why this person is always angry and irritable with me? Now is the time to self-check yourself. What did I do? Did I complain about that person to anybody? Are you getting it now? Now we are going deeper into this journey. Now actually the realities will appear in front of you. Your own realities, what I have been doing with others. Now, why others are doing this to me now is being revealed.
So, ma'am, how do I shift it in the positive sentence? If like I've spoken, I mean, some incidents and I just kept on telling, like, ये हो गया, ऐसे हो गया. So how do I?
किसके बारे में बोला था, उसको जाके कुछ आपको उसको अगर नहीं भी जाके बोलना है तो just write it down just now. That what will be something good that you will go and tell that person. Maybe some good news about, you'll share something good about your childhood, some good experience about a holiday that you went into, something good, anything good you can pick up. Even one liner is enough. You will feel that change from within. This is actually, we are doing this to change that, that thing what we have created about the other person. And we have given those energies to that person, and we are trying to take back those energies what we have actually given. Yeah, so this is a very, very deep thing that we are doing. Take your time, take some time during the day and work into this and keep on doing this. Be aware of whatever I'm doing, gossiping. And now you will notice slowly, slowly, the more and more you talk to yourself in the mirror, that urge to call somebody or sit with somebody and gossip will disappear. It will disappear. Sitting, so what that one change which I have been noticing with myself since the last 2 days is that, there was an urge to just take my phone after a few hours and check my messages, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, all those apps. But now there is an urge to disconnect with my cell phone and be with myself. So last 2 days I've been doing this. When I'm going for my walk, my evening walk, I just leave my phone. Even during the day, I just keep my phone aside. There are times when I have to remember, oh, I have to see, some student has messaged, because I always tell people that I'll WhatsApp you if something urgent, just leave a message. I'm going to answer whatever it's regarding the health or any sessions, whatever it is, because I'm available only from 8 to 9. So that is that one thing which I need to work into. But yes, when I am with myself, I just leave my phone. I just don't want to carry my phone. And I tell my husband that I'm leaving my phone and I'm not taking it. Otherwise, the phone used to be always there with me. So what is it that I'm loving to be with myself. When we are on the phone, what do? We're trying to go into the lives of others. Isn't it? Yes, no?
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
agree with this? What is happening on Instagram? What is happening on Facebook? What is happening on WhatsApp? What are the forwards that we get? So we're just probing into the lives of others. Now this book is giving us the opportunity to probe into your own life, to probe into yourself, to go within. Yes, isn't it? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
So just leave this. If you have written, if you still have to write, just leave it there. And still, if you don't understand, leave it there. It will come. It will come. Okay. Now, the second part is write down the word should. So everyone write down the word should. Next to it, make a list of words to use instead. You might start with the word could. So instead of you should do this, you should wake up at morning, you should eat this, you should drink your milk. That's what we do now, even to our spouse. Unnecessary gyan we keep on giving.
We can write you can.
So then what can you write? So could is one word. Now you start writing. What
You
else
can.
can you write instead of should?
Auntie, we can write you can.
Must.
Yes, you can. Just write down. Have faith in whatever is coming. Have confidence in whatever is coming in your mind. Because your
Instead
mind
of
is unique.
I should, I am doing.
I am, yes.
Okay.
So am, must, could. What else? Can. Would, yes. Might. I might. So now reframe that sentence, and you see there's a glimpse of a possibility that you're leaving for the other person and even for yourself. Not that you're emphasizing and you're actually forcing. There's no force. You're giving that space to the other person and also to yourself, isn't it? The moment you change from should to could to might to can to am to must to would. Anything else? Has anybody written anything else?
It would be nice if you could do this, like.
Yeah, could. So the words are could, might, would, can, am. Am is also a very powerful word. It brings you into the present moment. Must means thoda sa there is a force that you must do this. Must and should are like, sisters. So let's avoid must. I had also written must. I'm also cancelling it. So let's avoid must. Anything else anybody has written?
Trying to do.
No, one word. So if you start with can you start the sentence with you try. Trying will keep you in an in-between state. You know that there's nothing called try. Either you do it or you don't do it.
Okay.
Trying will again take you in a different space. Don't say that. Who said this? Try?
I said, Auntie.
No. Please don't bring this word, because again, it will just let you will keep on trying.
Okay.
Some positive words. Yeah?
May, M-A-Y, may. You may do this.
It takes you closer to your truth. So You may do this. Yes, it's a nice word. Yes, everybody, do you feel may is a substitute for should? Everybody? Just say some sentence in your mind. You should do this. You should wake up on time. You may wake up on time. You may have this green vegetable.
I find you can the most powerful.
Maybe for
can.
you, yes. Yeah,
I feel like I say
may
no
feels
to
nice. May feels nice. It gives some relief. It gives some relief. Yeah. Yes, everybody else? Any other word that came up? Okay, so you can go into it, and if anything else comes up, you write it down and you can share with everybody. Or maybe you can share it on the group that this is another word, which is a possibility. So now we are entering into a space of infinite possibilities, a world of possibilities. Now, all of you have the post-its. You've got the post-its with you. Today, you're going to post the new positive affirmations you learned today on your mirror so that you can practice them whenever you see them. Just post some new affirmations that you have learned for yourself. Yeah?
Where
so
we
you
have
can
to
post them. Yeah?
post in the writing journal.
Post it. I had told on day one, I had written, you buy some post-its, where you write and you stick somewhere.
The notes.
So then you can just stick it on the mirror so that you have some new affirmations to say when you look at yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
I have done it right.
Lovely. Yes. Nice. So you keep on saying this, just sticking it and saying it each time you pass the mirror. Take out time. Okay. And also one more thing which I wanted to share with you all, that in case you feel connected to a name that you were called by your mom or your dad, we had a pet name. In case you feel connected with that, please say that name. Or maybe during your engagement, or now also your husband used to call you with that, another name. He used to do that, and we felt so loved. So if that name also, if you can say, it really makes a difference. Yeah. So feel free to do that. So your heart thought for day 3 is, let me read this, and then we will go into the meditation. I always have a choice. This is the affirmation. Write down in the affirmation page. I always have a choice. It feels so nice to say that also. Just say to yourself, I always have a choice. And this is the truth. We are born with our free will. We all are born with a free will. We have a choice whether to listen to somebody or to listen to my inner voice. Then don't blame others. Okay? Most of us have foolish ideas about who we are and many rigid rules about how life should be lived. Let's remove the word should from our vocabulary forever. Should is a word that makes prisoners of us. Every time we use should, we are making ourselves wrong or someone else wrong. We are in effect saying not good enough. This is really beautiful. Don't we just say, when you say should or when you catch yourself, see, it's not going to go out of a vocabulary overnight. It will come with practice. Any time of the day you catch yourself, now it will happen. When you just hold yourself and you catch yourself, again, I'm using this word should, then just see that is it something that, it presents me or it gives me freedom? What is happening? And if I use a substitute words, then how everything, the entire meaning of that whole situation changes. We have to observe this. Yeah. Now see, just now I use this word, we have to, which is again putting a pressure. So you can observe this. Did you feel the difference? When have to is coming, it's very close to should. So just say this, I can observe this. So I have a choice to observe this. Then everything changes, na? It mellows down. The meaning only mellows down. It becomes so soft and gentle. Isn't it?
Yes.
So now we have to really be careful of the words that we are using and the feelings which are attached to every word. Yeah. What can be dropped now from your should list? Replace the word should with the word could. Could is a very beautiful word. The moment you tell, see, if you are just take one sentence now which you keep on saying to your kids or to yourself. It's mostly with our kids and our spouses. So then replace it with could and see. You will notice the change in the other person also. First the change in you and the change in the other person. See, first you changed. First I changed, then only I can see the change in the other person. But what happens is, I change the other person first, and then I say I will change. Isn't it? And we keep on doing through our lives. But the moment but comes, you know you are in trouble. Okay? Yes, everybody?
Yes.
So we need to be aware. Could lets you know that you have a choice. And choice is freedom. See, the hard thought for the day is I always have a choice. When I say this, I feel free. And this freedom we all are born with. Now, who has prisoned? I have prisoned myself, nobody else. And now I'm relieving myself, I'm making myself free, like a bird in the cage. And when you open the door of the cage, and the bird is free and it flies. Like that. Now we have become like that. Make yourself like that. Release all the shoulds from your vocabulary and replace it with could. We need to be aware that everything we do in our life is done by choice. There is really nothing we have to do. We always have a choice. There is nothing, repeat this, say this, there's nothing that I have to do. I always have a choice. There's nothing that I have to follow whatever has been told me to. The choice is mine. But that doesn't mean that we need to revolt against, whatever is happening. Accept it. First, accept it in your mind. And then see the other person will also start accepting you and your thoughts and your feelings. The moment you see that the other person is not accepting, which means that I am not accepting that part of me or some part of me. And now we are actually dissolving those walls. One by one, those walls are falling apart. Today this is a very, very beautiful concept of replacing the word should with these words that we have selected for ourselves. But the first step you can take is could. Could. Just replace it with could. Because then you're getting that freedom, that choice. That choice, what is the choice? There is a space that you're getting to change that situation. Okay? You will, so you if you follow this today, you will notice a lot of your self-talk will disappear. The self-talk, which is today's chapter, monitoring your self-talk, whatever has come since our childhood, that will all disappear. It will all dissolve. Yeah. So now we go into the meditation, and remember to have a glass of water after the meditation.